crypto from a personal experience. What's going on? I'm going to give a full disclosure of pretty much most of what I have and what I've bought. Not the amounts so much, but I'll give you kind of ballparks whether one is a bigger investment or one is just a smaller, $100 to $200 type of investment. But what we have today is Bitcoin at 83K. There is blood in the streets. You have heard it said that that's the time to buy. And if you've been listening to my videos, you know I am buying Bitcoin primarily. So just to give you an idea, I have several different wallets, but I have a Coinbase wallet, and that's not where I keep all my crypto, but that's mostly crypto that I'm moving around, or if I'm onboarding cash. So in October of 2024, Bitcoin was worth $69,000. To just give you a perspective, okay? October, November, December, January, February, March. So we are still way ahead when you look at it that way. March of 2023, Bitcoin was $22,000. So if you bought at that time, you are 4x. You have 4,000 or 400% increase on your money. So I looked at my Coinbase, which, by the way, I've bought a lot since it's been going in the 90s. I bought when it was creeping up to the 80,000K range, the 90,000K range, even the 100K range. You can look back at my videos. And I bought back a week ago. I told you I was buying. I bought several $100s worth. Okay, even though I've bought at these higher prices, for just that account, I'm up 33%. 33%. That's really good. I have other wallets where I'm up way higher than that. I'm up, like 1,000%. So if you buy over time, you're going to look back at your portfolio and you're going to go, wow, that was a tough time when the market dropped. I've warned you guys that, to see a 20 to 40% correction in the market within a month or so, or a week, or even a 3-month period. We've had stretches where it's gone sideways for a year, mostly down. So that's stuff you've got to be prepared for. That's why I always recommend when you buy Bitcoin, look at how much Bitcoin you have. If you're just starting out, try to get 1/100th of a Bitcoin. That would be 0.001, I believe, or 0.01, something like that. Yeah, 0.01. 0.1 would be 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Okay, I say that's your real goal, is accumulate 1/10 of a Bitcoin. There's only 21 million. There's over 50 million millionaires in the world, all kinds of countries, hundreds of businesses. There's not enough for everybody to have a whole one when this reaches, the stratosphere. All right. Now, let me just give you a little bit of what's gone on in the meme coin, altcoin, gambling coin arena to tell you how I've done. Okay? The biggest altcoin bet that I've done this year is Brett. And in oh shoot, I forgot to write the month here. But I bought it at under 4 cents. Way under that. I bought it back. I should have looked that up better. But I cashed out. Okay, I cashed out back in June 2024, and you can look back at my my videos around that time, and I started buying gifts for everyone. I said, man, I've got a lot of profit. I'm going to take some profit. I took the profit. I bought a computer. I bought each person in my family a nice gift. I put money into some other investments. I bought Masterworks. It's like art. You can invest in art. I pulled like 1,000 out for that. I bought some. I think I put money into token metrics, and that's just kind of sitting on the side. I did other stuff. I put money into some other cryptos that are not doing really great right now. But that was all my original investment and profit. And I left a lot of money behind and spread it out in some other coins. Then in November, it dropped. It dropped after June. It dropped to like 4 cents, and I bought back a bunch more. And then in November of last year, it went up again to 16 cents. And that and a couple other coins, I sold the profit off of those, and you can look back in my video, I paid off one of my cars. Because about 3 years ago, I had lost my job, and we were trying to do this Mr. Mechanical Handyman thing as a full-time business. It didn't work. I had to go take a full-time job. Now I just do it on the side as extra money. But we got into debt. We had to get a car to travel to work, and I took on a car payment I didn't want to take on. So we were able to pay off one of our car payments in June, or in November rather, of last year from crypto gains. Now, if you look back the last cycle before, almost 4 years ago, I took money from my earnings then and I put it on a rental house that we bought. And it helped pay the closing costs and stuff like that. We took out $20-something thousand and was able to do that. So this cycle is something that goes over and over again, and it has been very beneficial to my family. So let me just tell you some of my coins that I'm up on, and this is just kind of my main account that I buy in and out of. It's not where I'm hoarding my treasure chest. But so my Bitcoin overall in that account, what I was going to say is just in the last year, Bitcoin is still up 33%. My overall Bitcoin's up 90% that I have in that kind of main Coinbase account. My Dogecoin is up 80%. And I have bought that in less than a year. My Litecoin is up 92, Algorand's up 82, and Sui is up 36%, and I also bought another coin called Stader, S-T-A-D-E-R. It's kind of like a Bitcoin-related coin. I forget exactly what it does. I forgot. It's up 23%. So most of those are not huge amounts of money. They're Dogecoin. I got a lot in Doge because I do mine Doge as well, but that's Doge that I bought out of my pocket. Like I said, I have many wallets. So we're just talking about this one Coinbase account, kind of the one that I go in and out of and buy, and sometimes I take some of that out and I put it on one of my wallets just to have it not on the exchanges. So, but a lot of it, sometimes I'm thinking I might be able to sell it quickly instead of having to go get on my computer, pull up my wallet, tie it to an exchange. This is just something I could just quickly do and make a change right away. All right, so here's some that I'm down on. Now, I have not invested more than $200 on any one of these coins, some of them as low as $50. So when I say I'm in a loss, it's like if I'm at, so synthetics, I'm at a 51% loss. That's my biggest one of the group, and I had about $200 worth of invested in that, maybe $200-300 total. Okay. Avalanche, which I have been accumulating lately, and it's down 9%, but I have really strong feelings that might be picked for the Wyoming stablecoin. But there's a lot of, even if it isn't, there's a lot of other great projects going on with Avalanche. It's a U.S. coin. So none of this is investing advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and where I'm at, giving you kind of a full disclosure of one of my main accounts. I can't even read what I wrote. Oh, Cosmos. Cosmos, I don't have a ton of that, a couple $100. I sold a lot of it off at profit, actually. It was kind of hard for me to do because it earns really good staking rewards, but I wanted to pay off that car, so that was the big one that I sold. That one and the Brett were the biggest, I think, that I sold on that. And that's down 8%. Move is one I've just bought recently. It's kind of a newer coin. It's down actually 20%. So one of the things I'll be doing is some of these coins I really believe in. All these coins I've just told you I really believe in, and I will be adding my money. I will be adding more money to these that they're down right now. Okay, I will be putting in on these, like Move. I only have like $50 in there, so I'll put another $50 in there, and that'll take my loss down to 10%, assuming it doesn't go down anymore. Now, if let's say I put $50 in Move, it dropped 20%, which it did since I bought it. So that means I've only got about $40 in there. So if I put another $50 in there and it goes up 10%, that'd be that'd be a really good gain of $9. So I'd be almost get all my losses back. So if it goes another, it doesn't have to go up 20% for me to make my money back, kind of thing that I lost. So that's why I double down on coins I believe on. When they drop 20%, that's the time to go, hey, do I want to just get rid of this, or do I want to watch it go down 90%? Because you can lose 90% of your money on these altcoins. Now what I'm going to do is tell you about all my gambling coins, well, not all, but most of them, that I have on another wallet. This is a totally different account. It's a wallet where I have the seeds, but it's also tied into Coinbase, and probably not the best, safest wallet, but it makes it easy to trade in and out of Base tokens on the Base network, which have been very profitable for me, like Brett. So here's the coins that I have on there. Most of them, when I cashed out my Brett, the last couple times that I told you about, I took that money and spread it around into some other coins along the road, in the next few months or whatever. So Unibox is one, Base Turbo, Future AI, ETH, of course, on Base, on ETH, whatever. Solano, have a little bit of Solano. Aerodrome, AI Pad. This one I can't even read what it is. AIT Protocol, Bonk, Andy, Coinbase Wrapped, Spectral, SPECTRAL, that one's been kind of a bummer, and DGen, that's been kind of a bummer. Unibot's been a huge bummer, by the way. So all these are pretty much down right now, except for, I think, Base Turbo, which when I bought that, it dropped quite a bit. So those are all coins that, I have from 50 to, a lot, and I still have more Brett in there as well. And it's all down like everything in the market, but most of that stuff is stuff that I picked up, and it's not out of my pocket. So it's just all gains. It's all off of wins from the last year or so. So I just wanted to give you that full disclosure. So overall, I'm still in a lot of profit because my biggest coins are, are Coinbase or Bitcoin, Dodge, Litecoin, Algo, and Sui. So, and ETH. So I'm doing really well because I have been buying those over more than 4 years. So all those accounts that I've held that stuff for over 4 years, they're all up. Okay, and that's what will happen for you. Not investing in bites, but just based on history, try to accumulate Bitcoin. I would say, buy a small Bitcoin miner, the Nano 3s. Buy one, and they're easy to set up. If you need some help, I can go over it again, or there's lots of videos out there, you can look it up. They're real easy to set up. They have a little app on your phone. They're wireless. They generate a little bit of heat. They only use about 100 to 140 watts. I would say in the winter, run them at high, and in the summer, run them on medium, or put them out in the garage where you have some ventilation or something, because they do generate a little bit of heat. And that way you have a little bit of Bitcoin coming in every day. You can set that up on NiceHash, and I used to have a referral link for that, but I should put it on there. But anyway, you can set it up at NiceHash, and they'll pay you a few pennies every day. And I have one set up for my daughter, and she's already earned like $5. It's been sitting in her bedroom over the winter. Or you can set it up as a lottery miner. A lot of people do this. Your odds of winning are better than the lottery, but they're still pretty darn slim. And what that is if the little miner hits a block, you will get, a little over 3 Bitcoins. And they take a fee about 2%. I think it's CK Pool or something, where you can do solo blocks. Then do that. Or if you really feel ambitious, you could buy a couple of these. By the time you pay shipping and everything, it's going to be like, $500-600 for 2 of them. But BitX is another little tiny miner. What they do is they salvage old miners. They take the chips out, and they build these little tiny miners, and they're usually $200 to $300 a piece by the time you get them sent to your house. So I would say, if you really love Bitcoin, you want to support the network, you want to learn a little bit deeper how it is and what it is, and have a higher level of involvement, then start mining with something simple like that. You're not going to make money over your electric bill, really. It's if you're paying 10 cents a kilowatt, you might make a tiny bit. If you make over that, you're not. But Bitcoin's going to go up over time. So over time, it will be, a great investment, and it teaches you so much. And then it's disciplining you to just have a little bit of Bitcoin going into your account each day. And then NiceHash will give you a wallet, and you can get another wallet, or you could even send it to an exchange if you wanted to. That's not recommended. But there's several different wallets. I think the Tether is a good one because it's open source format, so it's proved pretty good. I don't think anybody has hacked those. I know the Ledger has had some security issues. There's a Tangem wallet, which I really don't know how safe that is. It seems like there's a lot of the company involvement and potential for backdoors on that. I don't know. I'm very cautious, maybe not justified, but anyway, so there's my account. There's how it looks over a few years, and I've learned how to take profit at times, especially when I go out and I buy these gambling coins. So I do lots and lots of research, looking for the hot coins. You can see I had a list of some that I put a few $100s in, and they just didn't turn out. And sometimes when I see them start to go up and I think, wow, they have not met their maximum potential, I'll throw in another $1,000, But most of these coins, even the ones that I've pulled out, $10,000, $20,000 plus of profit, I've never put more than a couple grand into them. So, I'm not a genius. Some of them I lose, but overall, I can honestly tell you that over the last 2 cycles that we've profited very well just by what you hear me talking to you about on here. So I'm not a rocket scientist. You can figure these things out too. Some will win, some will lose. But if you just invest in Bitcoin over time, in the majority of your investments, you're going to be very, very happy. So if your Bitcoin is doing great and you have, thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin and you've watched it go up 50, 100%, and then you decide to do some of these, you try to hunt for the altcoin or the hot coin, and you put a couple $100s in and you lose it, Oh well, that's just the cost of learning, to pick a better coin next time, or pick less bad ones, or have better timing, or have more patience. Like right now, a lot of people are running out of the market. They're selling everything. Now, of course, if you're going to say, I'll just give you an example. Let's say I'm going to put in $10,000, and I've done this. It's a lot of work. I'm going to put in $10,000. You better have it on an exchange, which I don't like, but this is gambling money. You put in you put in how much it is, and you go, how much am I willing to lose? 10%, 20%. You got to be prepared to lose 20%, I think, if you're going to gamble with these coins. So let's say you put in $10,000 and you're like, okay, if I lose 2,000, I'll live. I won't be happy, but I'll live. Then put in all your stop losses so that you don't lose any more, and you end up with at least 8,000. And then you can get a service like 3 commas where you have a trailing stop loss. And then what that'll do is as the coin goes up, let's say you bought $100 of this coin, because you need at least 10 different coins to hit 1 or 2 good ones. I mean, you could pick 10 coins and get no winners. But I would say pick at least 10 coins, do some research, and make sure they have good teams. They've got a great project. You're in early before they get on the major exchanges. And the other thing I would say during this cycle is a U.S.-based coin is going to be a safer bet. Not as big a win if it's already an existing coin and it's already on an exchange. But if you can find one that's going to be on an exchange, that's got good backers, that's U.S.-based, that would be one I would be putting on my list. Okay? You buy $100 worth of it, and then let's say it goes up to 120. Well, if it drops back down, like say 15%, or you can do a 20%, then it will sell. Okay? But if it keeps going up, it'll just keep, if it goes up to 140, it'll keep following. If it goes up to 160, it'll follow. Until it does that backwards movement at whatever percent, and then, it'll sell. And then what you could do is you could wait and do your research and find out, like, well, maybe I want to buy back in, or maybe something bad happened, was released, and you missed that news article that, they were hacked or whatever, and you're like, heck no, I'm not getting back in that loser, So this is just a technique that you use to try to minimize your losses. So that's the key to any investment strategy, is minimize your losses. The only caveat that I have for that is Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin, I think if Bitcoin goes to zero, it's the end of the world anyway. It's just like the stock market. If it goes to zero, it's the end of the world anyway. We're talking like a depression, World War III, God's released the angels from heaven. They're coming down to destroy, the wicked kings of the earth. One of those type of scenarios. We're talking big black swan event. Other than that, I think Bitcoin is very safe and secure at this time and for the next foreseeable 5 to 10 years. So I just want to accumulate more Bitcoin. I don't care. It could drop down to $20,000. I'd be depressed, but I'd be buying as much as I could. Okay? All right. That is it. Have a great day. Goodbye. I'm out of here.